I'm Glenn, back to talking fishing and fishing things, and in this case, we're talking the Gary Yamamoto Senkos right here. This has been a go-to lure for pond bass fishing for us. I prefer the 4-inch Yamasenko in the green and pumpkin red flake for this particular pond that I fish, but the 5-inch size also works well right there. And I fish it weedless. Some will fish it wacky rigged, where you put your hook right here and it does this. I tend to fish it Texas weedless right here. Okay, and have some really good success fishing for bass with the Yamamoto Senko, Gary Yamamoto Senko. And to make it last a little bit longer, I bring some super glue with me. Two reasons. As this gets worn, you can see this one got beat up a little bit. I just add a little super glue and I can keep fishing it. And then if it gets beat up even more right here where there's some of the cuts and whatnot that'll occur because it's going to be torn up by some bass, right there, use that super glue. All right. The other thing is if it gets really torn up or just a piece over here is really torn up, I'll just snip it off, just pinch it, and keep fishing it till it's really small, possibly into a Ned rig. Additionally, I'll flip it over the other way and fish it that way as well. So, a bunch of ways you can make it last. I've gone several times with maybe a couple of these in the tackle box, and it's lasted me an outing for some bass. So do keep that in your back pocket next time you go out there. The Gary Yamamoto Senkos, the Texas weedless rig. In this case, this is a worm hook that I like. I think it's by Vimco. And then some Loctite super glue. All right, give it a try. Give you an idea how we tied this. We'll start out with measuring the hook bend. Once we do that, we'll insert the hook point and kind of flip it over. Once we've done that, we'll look for where we want to put the hook point into the body of the Yamasenko. And here's where we're doing so. And then when done, we'll take a look and make sure that everything stays straight. And we know it's there is when we see that it is straight. All right, and that's the weightless Texas rigged Yamasenko. There he goes. All right, you got it. All right, Senko works. All right, when we get our Senkos all beat up, we'll bring some super glue and we'll super glue them in place here. Little super glue. See if we can get it to work another, at least another cast or two. We'll see here in a moment. We'll just squish it in there. All right. Just push it in tight. Okay, and then usually we'll flip it around too, so that that is it. We'll flip it the other way right here. And we'll just get that one on there instead and see what happens. That way it'll just stay on just a little bit longer. Maybe we'll get another one to hit here. I got one. After I don't know how many misses, finally got this guy. All right. All right. Senko, Emerald Senko fishing rod. Woohoo! All right, so got beat up on the end here, so we'll kind of pinch it off here, and then we'll flip it the other way and cast it out again, and hopefully we'll have another one. All right, so this round we're able to make use of that Senko by using that super glue as well as flipping it over and adjusting the tip or snipping off the tip so that we can keep using it. And so here's where we've got a bass interested. He wants to take the Senko. We've shaken it a little bit. He's committing. He's coming in. He's got it. He's going to run. We set the hook, and there he is. Nice little bass. His buddy is actually bigger, and that Senko rod that we're using, M-rod fishing rod, is working out really well. And add that super glue piece as a tip to make keep those Senkos lasting a little bit longer for these trips.